Number 1, airplane travel tips going into Canada is do not have any kind of raw meat or fruits or vegetables. They don't want any kind of pests coming from any other country back into their country. I forgot that, and thank goodness before we took off from Chicago International into the flight from Quebec, Canada, my husband remembered, oh my gosh, we have fresh blueberries and fresh raspberries, we've got to get rid of them. So we hurried and ate whatever we could, and he dumped what we could in the trash can in the terminal gate. And so that was good to know. And also, number 2, you can always use your credit card. You don't have to exchange your US money for Canadian currency. And so they do accept credit cards. They accept my regular debit card, they accept credit cards, so you do not have to stop by at that airport currency exchange unit and exchange currency for Canadian money. The people of Quebec are extremely nice and extremely friendly, and I hope that everyone someday has a chance to go. The second tip that we have for going to Canada is to hire a private guide. This is a person who is going to know everything about Quebec. Ours was Steve Goro, and I thought that it's really worth. He charges about $300. Now that does not include the rental of the car and all of the snacks that you get on the way, but because he knows the area and grew up there, he will take you on tours and he'll show you all the places that he loves himself because he actually lives there. He grew up there. So hire a private guide. You're going to get a lot more out of the city than going on a big tour group. And they usually just rent a car and you end up paying for that themselves. And my brother-in-law was so generous to give us this whole entire tour. Really appreciated Alex. So hire a private guide. And he found his through TripAdvisor. And probably if you go hire someone, maybe have someone experienced, like Steve has 30 years of experience, you might want to just research like if the person's from there or what experience they have. Like this guy grew up in Quebec. His family still lives around there, so he is invested in that community. The people, the places we went, they're all his friends, these little shop owners, so he wasn't like having to take us there to make us buy something. Like he told us, you don't have to buy anything, I just want to show you this nice family that owns this apple orchard where they make all this apple cider. I want you to see this cherry farm just because I like the people and they grew up doing this and this is their family business. And then they kind of let us back in the middle, you know, of where they make things just because they kind of knew of him because he's pretty famous around there. Third tip we have is to spend one day just shopping. This doesn't mean luxury shopping. I didn't see one luxury brand. Where we stayed was along the main strip of Quebec in the old city. And this is our hotel name. I do recommend staying within walking distance because the traffic, the streets are very narrow, they're cobblestones, so if you don't know where you're going, it can be kind of daunting because when you turn corners, the corners are filled with other cars parked, so you're going to really have to be very brave to rent a car there. So if you have a private guide, he's going to kind of take you around then, and then afterwards everything's within walking distance if your hotel is like ours, right in the center of the old city of Quebec, which is the fortified city. It still has fortified walls around it, and everything's French. It's wonderful. When British invaded a long time ago, they kept everything French by law, so they didn't have to become English. When you're shopping in the city, go into every little boutique. Just really take your time. You don't have to buy everything. I'll show you the 3 things we got. They have like little tiny craft fairs. You'll notice I got this beautiful barrette in like a little boutique just up the street from our hotel. I think it's cost me 13 Canadian dollars, which is about 12 US dollars. I bought, there is a bag. I bought this lamp from a local artist. This is all made by hand, and let me turn it on. This is actual wood, walnut, because she knows it's really strong. Let me turn it on. Whoop. And this is made out of Japanese rice paper. Every piece is assembled by hand. And she puts a soft 30-watt light bulb in the bottom. And I was able to take this back to the United States without it getting damaged because she's so used to having people buy them and then have to carry them on the planes or pack them in their luggage. This was packed in our luggage and survived the trip just fine. The artist is Marie Lepage, and her business, oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. Her business is Lupins at lilas. So I'm not pronouncing this correctly, so I'll let you see it. That was one, those are the two items, and only one last. Oh, I got this little bracelet at Geomania. It's on the main square. Just thought it was pretty. And then I bought this backpack. It's made by artisans in Quebec, and they got the leather from Italy. It's about the size of my mini Julian backpack by Rebecca Minkoff. And they kind of have the same style of the zippers on the side. And then they have one main compartment, which is light and gray color, so it's easy to find things. And they have one main back pocket, so I put all the important things back here. And what's cool is you can wear it as a backpack, or you can zip this shut and it becomes one, and you can wear it just on your shoulder. I love the top handle, and this is hand painted by a son and a father in Quebec that live in Quebec. So beautiful, beautiful backpack, and really, really light as well. So those are our 3 tips for traveling in Quebec, and I will see you again in my next video where we will compare back to normal scheduled things. Well, I have to do one tag video, and it's a fun one, and then the second one is going to be comparing the Alma BB to the Chanel Vintage small size to see which one fits more. Alright, see you again in my next video. Thanks, you guys.